Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to show you how I make frijoles de la olla, or basically beans boiled in the pot. And this is perfect to basically meal prep containers of beans ahead of time. Okay, so to start, you'll want to probably pre-soak your beans and clean them the night before. But here's what I like to do when I forget to do that. So I'm going to empty 1 pound bag of dried pinto beans into my pot. You can sort through them. The bag that I buy or the brand that I buy, they come fairly clean. So now I'm going to add probably 1.5 quarts of water. Not quite 2 quarts, because this is basically, I guess, pre-blanching or boiling them and letting them soak in hot water. So once my beans are in the pot, I'm going to take them right over to the stove. I'm going to turn on the heat and bring my pot of water and beans up to a rolling boil. Once my beans come up to a boil, I'm going to let them sort of simmer for about 3 minutes. Then I'm going to shut the heat off, put the beans on the side or on my countertop towards the back, and let them soak in the hot water for 1 hour. After 1 hour of soaking, I'm going to take my pot of beans and drain all the liquid out, and then I'm going to give it a quick rinse, and you have pre-soaked beans that you didn't have to do the night before. So now I'm ready to cook the beans. Okay, so here I'm going to be using half of a small onion, 2 cloves of fresh garlic, right into the pot with my pre-soaked pound of pinto beans. Now I'm going to cover this with 2 quarts of water. Okay, so my beans are ready to be cooked. I'm going to take them to the stovetop, turn on the heat, and bring the beans up to a rolling boil. Now my beans are boiling, so I don't want them at a hard boil, so I'm going to lower the stovetop temperature to about a medium heat, and I'm going to let them simmer and boil for 1 hour. After giving it a good stir, I'm going to cover it partially with the lid and just let it continue cooking. Now, I do want to say the cook time will definitely vary depending on the size pot you're using or how high you boil the beans, but ultimately you want a cooked tender bean. So just be mindful of the cook time, and you may have to change things and cook longer. So after 1 hour of cook time, I'm going to remove the lid, give everything a good stir, and then I'm going to add around 2 teaspoons of salt. And another optional ingredient is 1 whole fresh jalapeno. That is something my grandparents did. As long as you do not pierce the jalapeno or the jalapeno breaks completely open, this will not add spice to your beans. It just adds an aromatic flavor. And that's why I say it's something that is optional, but it is something that I remember growing up. So I'm going to continue cooking the beans for another 30 to 45 minutes, or until they are tender and done. So once I remove the jalapeno, I'm turning off the heat, and I'm going to let the beans sort of set and cool a little bit, and I'm going to show you what I like to do. This is the type of meal prep I do, but I take a cup of my cooked pinto beans and I add it to a small container. The container I'm using is around 15.75 ounces or 15.5 ounces or 450 milliliter container. I add a cup of the beans, and then I add around 1/4 cup to 1/3 cup of the bean broth. And this is the perfect size for when I want to make refried beans or maybe a serving for 2 people. And I love to just divide them in these containers and put them in my freezer for later use. It's very convenient. And the 1 to 1.5 cups of pinto beans with that broth is basically like using 1 15-point-something ounce can of store-bought beans. So that's just something I like to do and find convenient. So I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.